All right, good morning, everybody. Hope the weekend's been good so far. There we go, live on Twitch, live on YouTube. Time to make the donuts. Good morning, Atomic Potato. How are you doing this morning? Ooh, that's loud. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. See if we can get this thing down the mountain without rolling down the mountain. Atomic, how you doing this morning, man? This will be the last mission we got to do in the Dyson. Excuse me, in the Dyson Diesel stuff. And then we'll be on to the Husky hauling or whatever it is. On your way to Pennsylvania. Well, have a safe trip, man. Pennsylvania Turnpike is a mess. I imagine it's a mess even at Sunday morning. Hopefully you'll get out of there before Tuesday. I think it's going to be a little crazy there Tuesday. I suspect. Though with all the early voting, I don't know that that's going to be the case these days. I don't know. I know my early voting site here was quite crowded, so yesterday was the last day for my state. Oh, jeez. Make this. Wow, okay. How in the hell are we supposed to do this? Yeah, this is not... this is not what I want to... What in the world? They made this turn any tighter? Yikes. That's no good. That's no good at all. This is not how I want to start the morning. Oh, we got it. There we go. Smooth sailing from here, right? I'm going to have a word with a dispatcher picking this route. Tom, if you ever have a problem with that, dispatcher picking a route for you or suggesting a route that turns out not to be good? Either like, I guess with tankers you don't have too much trouble with like bridges and stuff, so. I know we used to be careful about that when I was a dispatcher, that especially in like smaller towns and stuff, you get these little railroad bridges and whatnot that would be too low for the trucks to get through, so. The voice coming through okay? It's a little low, but it's alright. Oh. Is that all that's left in the fuel tank? I have to go refill this thing. Okay. I'll take that. Ah, good. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. You got the hazmat stuff too, yeah. Yeah, I know on the way to my plant where I work, there's one railroad bridge that's a little... Hey, Gaspacho, how's it going, man? Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. There's one little railroad bridge in a little town just before you get to my plant that is a little on the low side, and it's in a dip, but it's certainly tall enough for trucks for the most part. There's a way station on the other side that nobody seems to have a problem getting to, so... Gaz, what's going on, man? What have you been up to? How's life? How's the world? Yeah, it's smart doing your own routes. You know, it's something I don't know that I could trust somebody with when I was a truck driver. This trailer in particular is really tough. I mean, longer trailers are tough too, but... like, it acts like it's caught on something. I don't know what it's caught. I guess... I can't tell what it's caught on. This particular piece of equipment is a pain in the ass to haul in this game. Mostly because of the gantry sticking out like this. A real pain in the butt. What the hell? Oh, yeah, see, there you go. I had to rip that thing off in real life. real fun's coming up because I'm going to have to drive through this farmer's field with this thing. Yeah. And you can't because of the wall on the other side. It's again, I wouldn't want to actually have to do this in real life. That would be a pain in the butt. But it looked like, I mean, you could see that the trailer looked like it cleared. There was a good 6 inches or so from the wall to the trailer frame, but the game didn't register it that way. It does that with the front bumper on this truck, too. I hit stuff all the time, even though it looks like it cleared it. Here comes the real fun. Hauling this thing through this field's going to be a hoot. Oh, that wasn't too bad, actually. As long as the farmer doesn't mind me wiping his fence out. Senior Chief Dart, how you doing this morning? Appreciate everybody showing up. Don't forget to smash that like button. Helps out a bunch. I was a little late getting started this morning because of real life stuff. But earlier this morning I went to a new donut shop. Well, it's an old donut shop, but it's new to me. But they didn't really have anything interesting, so I had to go to my usual source. I did find out, however, they do custom donuts, so I'm going to have to start working on some custom donuts to bring to the chat. But apparently you have to call ahead, which makes sense. But I think if I do a custom donut, I might be able to get that. Well, QM2 was my rating in the Navy. I was a quartermaster second class, petty officer second class, quartermaster. And then the 0 and the 7, and it's actually a lowercase o, and a 7 is a salute. That one's relatively new to me. I hadn't seen that used before. Alright, what's the problem here? Come on. I swear since they changed, since the last, and a couple people have noticed this, since the, there we go. Since the last update, there have been problems with axles locking up on certain trucks. And some of it is tied to, like on the PC, it's tied to frame rate, interestingly enough. It's much worse on there. But it's also tied, and it's always been an issue with certain tires make it lock up because they get too much traction, apparently. But you can't change the tires on this particular truck, so, and I don't know if it used to lock up as much as it does now, because I always used to sell this truck, which was a foolish thing to do. Especially if you're playing hardcore, this is probably the best truck in the early game for you. Certainly on the Michigan map. Come on, baby, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. So Dart was a senior chief in the Navy, and I was a petty officer second class. And so that's why he calls me QM2 Donuts, and I call him senior chief. And that is a reminder for all of you who are interested. November 11th, it is, I think. Alexa, what day is Veterans Day? Yep. Yeah. So November 11th, I've taken the day off, and I'm going to do an all-day veteran stream. I'll probably start at 10 and go to 10 or something like that. Or 9 to 9. I haven't quite decided. I got to look at my schedule. But seeing as we have so many veterans on this channel of a lot of different militaries, so I gotta see what I can do about that. But of course, U.S. military, and then we've got veterans from British military, and I'm trying to think if we have anybody from other than Brits. I'm sure I do, but I'm not. I don't know that I'm aware of it. So. But I thought it would be a fun thing to do to celebrate everybody's service to their countries. And so that'll be Monday of next week. This is a hell of a hauling job here. This one's harder than I think the one at Black River. Certainly longer. It's across 2 whole maps. Fortunately, the P16 makes it pretty easy. And I'll be playing World of Warships. That seems like the most appropriate thing to play. Wouldn't it really make sense to do SnowRunner on Veterans Day? World of Warships seems to make most sense. I don't play World of Tanks, so can't really do that one. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'd be starting from like scratch, so. And I don't want to, I'm just not interested enough in it to stream it on a regular basis, so I'll stick to Legends. So we can get some speed built up here to get up this hill. Actually would go to low gear right off the bat, see if that helps. No, see that? It's just, it shouldn't do that. So irritating. There we go. See if we can hear that telephone pole. Oh, that's no good, dude. What's that about? You got a manifold gasket leak or something? Hopefully it's not too cold up there. Good, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. What is going on here? For the love of Pete, come on. hung up on something? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Time to whip out the winch. See if the winch can get me past this spot. I'm going to have to winch up this hill the whole way. Well, this is irritating as all hell. Up. Can't. Stop it. There we go. So are you on a break now? Still don't know. Yeah. Yeah, because you just did a bunch of work to the truck, so. No. Jeez, come on, truck. Oh, you're driving? With the windows open, I assume. Damn, dude, that sucks. At least it's exhaust fumes and not like fuel fumes. You got a fuel leak somewhere. That would not be a good thing to have at all. Keep moving, baby. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. It's gonna be a long trip at this rate. Jeez. I should have swung wider. Ooh, it just barely missed it. Ooh, that was tight. Aren't you glad you're not driving on this nonsense? At least you get to stick on the highway. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not going that way. I'm taking a long... Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going this way. Okay, alright, good, good, good. Oh, come on. What is going on? Come on, baby. Let's go. Downhill's fine. Uphill, not so good. Yeah, diesel exhaust is right pungent, too. I mean, I wouldn't want to smell either one, you know, suck in either one, but... They really did a good job with the interiors on these trucks. Weekend's almost over and on to another week, but at least we got holidays coming up. I'm taking the 11th and the 15th off, so I'm only working 3 days next week. And then we've got Thanksgiving, I think. Yeah, Thanksgiving's the next week. No, Thanksgiving's the week after that. Only working 2 days, or we're only working 3 days that week. So, and I may take my birthday off. Haven't decided yet. I'm running out of vacation days, so gotta be careful. Lord, I'm running low on fuel again. Jeez. these off-road runs are just eat up the fuel. And this thing's got pretty good fuel economy too. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I wish I could. I keep trying to figure out a way to set it up so that I can. I haven't figured it out yet. I'd like to play it with like VR goggles. I think that would be interesting too. I may do some more experimenting and see. The thing is you see how much I work the camera. It's just hard to do without a custom steering wheel. It's got, or the proper steering wheel. It's got the thumb sticks on the steering wheel. So I just haven't found a good way to clamp down on the controller so that I can use the controller and a wheel. Hold up here. But a couple times I've tried to play this like for more than 30 minutes or so with a steering wheel. It just gets really tough because I like to move the camera around a lot. A lot of those guys that do it with the steering wheel also have multiple monitors set up, so it's easier to look around inside the truck, check the mirrors and stuff. So they don't need to move the camera around as much. But I don't have a multi-monitor setup at this point. So sometime in the future maybe, but not today. All right, that stage is complete. All right, what do we got next? There we go. So, 1 oil rig and 2 metal beams. All right, we got to figure out how to get out of here as quickly as possible. There isn't really a quick way to get out of here. And I got to do it and not run out of fuel. I think there's 1 metal beam on that. We'll check that as we drive by, but it's either bricks or a metal beam. All right, we get to that far, I can probably get this thing some fuel. Yeah, it was nice of Krell to help me yesterday. We did a collab yesterday, and we got a lot of stuff done between the two of us, so that was helpful. Of course, he showed up with a Mastodon, which is an OP truck, so makes things a lot easier that way. This is a good truck, but it's nothing like the Mastodon. Yeah, see, this route's not an option with this truck. The road's just too narrow. Got less than 10 minutes worth of fuel left. I'm not going to be able to get through here in 10 minutes. We'll see. Without a trailer, I should be able to. This thing doesn't really care about mud much. Of course, we got the F1 race today. Not exactly sure when that is. I'll watch it later on. That's in Spain, I think. Or Brazil. It's Brazil, excuse me. Not Spain, Brazil. I watched qualifying and qualifying yesterday, so 11 a.m. Central. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. I probably won't get to it by then, but well, I'll be done here at noon, so I don't know, I might be able to make it. Watch it on good old one F1 TV. Now, I also don't know where my trailer is. I have a heavy-duty trailer, which would be great for picking up the drilling bit, but I don't know where it is. Right off the top of my head, I'm going to find that. We'll get this thing fueled back up, and then we'll go look for it. This thing does not turn worth a crap. There we go. I always found it interesting the difference in philosophies between the United States and most of the rest of the world when it comes to semi-rigs. Most of the rest of the world is still using basically cab overs. We use these longer frame trucks. And of course the Russians have gone full out with the 8-wheeled cab forward design, which is real interesting. Though I guess MAN has... Oop, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. MAN has more, I guess, conventional style by American standards tractor trailers. Yes, I know I only got 12 gallons left. But most of them still seem to be cab overs. But I guess it makes sense with their streets. I mean, you know, their highways are highways, so... But once you get into any kind of built-up area, the streets are quite narrow, and so a cab over, I guess, would make more sense. Yeah. Yep. Now that makes the most sense to me. And I think you probably see that when you play like European Truck Simulator and stuff. You go into those areas, their streets are small and tight, so being right over top of the front wheels, I would assume makes it a little more maneuverable in those circumstances. I've never driven a cab over, so. Can I get to where the fuel is down here? Do I want to, though, is the question. Alright, where is my semi-trailer? I dropped that somewhere. I have no idea where I dropped it. Did I drop it back at Island Lake, maybe? Yeah, well, there's one, but that's not the one. I didn't drop it in Drummond, did I? Oh, I might have. I might have dropped it at the port. Yep, there it is right there. Oh, jeez. It's all the way at Drummond. Oof. That's a long way to go. And there's no easy way to get there. Or get it to me, one of the two. But that's definitely the best truck for... Huh. See what we got to do next. Because, like, I could do the Fleet Star, I could pick up metal with the metal beams with that without too much trouble. That one's empty. That one's empty. That one's got 2 metal beams on it. So I could just pick that up with a Fleet Star, and carry it there. And then pick up the drill rig. Yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. All right. It would probably be quicker with a P16 if I had the trailer right there, but I'm not going to buy another trailer just for this one job. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Plus, I'm going to take this back to the garage because I found the off-road transmission for this. And it needs a lot of repairs. Well, it needs some repairs, not a lot, but some. Don't need that trailer, but it's in a bad spot. Oop, easy now. Yeehaw. Whoa, 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 whoa. Getting a little crazy. Yeah, I've seen some people, Atomic, getting back to your point, I've seen some people who've got the full, and I guess it's a mod that you can get to where you actually shift the, you put it in full manual, so you got to actually shift the gears. That was pretty crazy. I know a lot of modern trucks are automatics, but you know, all these old trucks, as far as I know, most of them are manual. So. All right, so there's my 2 metal beams right there, so that makes that easy. All right, so let's see. We take it here. I'm not taking any shortcuts. Shortcuts never work out in my favor so far. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, there's really no quicker way to do it, is there? Yeah, it doesn't work out in my favor, generally speaking. Maximum overdrive. Todd, how you doing this morning? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, I did get donuts. Good old maple bacon, of course. Now how thick that bacon is. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. And then we got French toast. So it's maple syrup frosting with powdered sugar on it. I'll start with the maple bacon. That is so good. All right. Come on, baby, let's go. There you go. Yeah. Oops. Almost didn't make that turn there. Tried to cut it short. Here's the telephone pole. Clear the telephone pole, and away we go. Burned through 10 gallons of fuel already. Oof. Yeah, this thing eats up some fuel. Especially off-road, for obvious reasons, but the P16 tends to be a little easier on the fuel off-road, which is surprising considering how big it is, but because it's just not working as hard. Jeez. Driving in the mud in the dark. Done that a few times. Definitely adds to the intensity of the drive. That's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I know I've got... Well, I did get one guy's. Are you talking about... I got the... I got the chick that's dressed up in vines as a guy's. Whoa. Don't roll it over. Jeez. Going on here? There's a Halloween pumpkin. Is that a flag or something? Oh, you mean for the last mission. You know, that I haven't done yet today. You're talking about the guys for Rasputina. Yeah. I have not done that yet today. And I still haven't gotten the Scharnhorst 43 either, despite opening a fair number of pumpkins. So a lot of people seem to get really lucky at the beginning. I'm wondering if they had a little glitch in the drop rate and they fixed it. Vaselina. What's that about, by the way? Because that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like Vaselina. Why is her first name Vaselina? What's going on with that? You have to pull out the mobile app later on tonight. Tom, I can get that taken care of. There you go. Yeah, I've got to do the same today, Dart. Got to make my lunches for the week later on today. Got a bunch of chicken breast marinating in jerk sauce. Caribbean jerk sauce for the week. I still got enough apple pie baked oatmeal to last me till Wednesday, so. Yeah, I marinated the last batch in that. It was pretty good. Well, I didn't marinate. I brushed it on. I need to marinate it this time. I'm going to marinate it this time because the flavor didn't really, marinating chicken's better because it sort of infuses the meat as opposed to just sitting on top of it. But it was good. I also got some southwestern vegetables with cauliflower rice. What I can to get rid of that. Yeah, I know. This particular path is a little on the deep side. But Bird's Eye has some vegetable medleys with cauliflower rice. Frozen that they heat up in about 5 minutes, and they're pretty decent. But they make for a nice addition to the chicken, and still be health conscious. How are we doing on fuel? We've already burned through halfway our fuel. I got to do that during the week because I eat donuts on the weekend. Yeah, the bird's eye medleys are pretty good. I like the ones you steam in the bag in the microwave. Uh-oh. I think I did sink in somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Am I stuck on something? Is there a tree or a stump or something I'm stuck on? Can't tell. It looks like we got clear of it. Yeah, they work really well. I usually use I think it's called the California blend because my daughter likes that, so she'll eat it sometimes. But decided to go for the Southwest this time for my stuff. The Italian blend is good too. The California blend tends to be just a little bland for my taste. This trip's going to take forever. This route through this swamp is just... I probably could have gone the other route because if you look yeah, see what I should have done when I picked up here is I should have come this way because this route is quicker. It's drier. That's what I should have done, but I'm almost there now, so I'll have to remember that next time. This route is just so slow because it's so soft. Trail Ride, what's going on, man? Appreciate you hopping on. Yeah. Well, there is that, yeah. I gotta eat healthy because I need to live a long time. That's. But yeah, with Thanksgiving coming up, there's lots of opportunities to put on weight if you're not careful. That's for certain. I'm trying to get rid of weight, so. I had a pretty good start to the year. I dropped about 20 pounds at the beginning of the year, but I've been sort of plateaued for a while, so I'm trying to step it up. I also used to drink a lot of soda, especially diet soda, mostly diet soda, almost entirely. And, you know, the carbonic acid is not good for your teeth, and all the chemicals in the diet soda is not good for your body, so that's been my sort of concentration here recently, and I've managed to do it. The only time I drink soda is if I eat at a fast food place or something. But I mean, I used to go through like a 12-pack of diet soda every couple days. And it's just not healthy. Come on, baby. There you go. Must be stuck on another log. No, that's not dumb at all. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm thinking. I use just a natural fruit. Flavoring for water. I struggle to eat, or struggle to eat. I struggle to drink just plain water. I don't like it. Yeah, see, I'm with you, Trail Ride. That's what I've been doing, and so I'm trying to get away from that. It's not easy though. I'll give you that. It is not easy. But like they say, anything you can do for 21 days, it'll become a habit. So this is probably not the best time of year to do it because then you get into the holidays and all that stuff. But you know, as long as I bring my water cup with me and my flavoring, I should be able to stay away from it. But it's just so easy to go to the store, pick up a 12-pack. The other thing is the money. I mean, I do store brand sodas because I can't pay $9-10 for a 12-pack. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, a 12-pack of, like, Diet Coke is $8 or $9 here. And I just, like, you know, that's a lot of money, especially when you're drinking 2 of them a day, you know, or drinking, you know, going through a 12-pack every 2 days. That's just a lot of money that I don't need to be spending, so. Come on, baby. There you go. God, this is a slow route. We'll shut down the other way. Yeah, I did the sparkling water thing. I bought a long time ago, I bought one of those carbonators. I need to dig that out. I got it packed away somewhere since I moved here, which is a couple years ago, but SodaStream, that was the name of the brand. It was SodaStream. And you fill this bottle up, you know, you got special high pressure bottles that you use, but fill the bottle up with water and a flavoring, and then you carbonate it. That worked pretty well. But now I just do a regular, you know, insulated cup and water and a natural flavoring, because I don't want all the red dye number 5. I'm trying to get away from the chemicals that are in diet soda. Okay. Whew, that took forever. Oh, jeez. Come on. Am I stuck on something again? Alright, I'm going to drop the trailer here and go get some fuel, and then we'll pick it up and head out. But dude, yeah, I was about to say, I've got a fuel trailer somewhere close by. Yeah. Yeah, I drink straight out of my tap, but I have a well, surprisingly enough, as close as I am to the city. But the house I bought has a well. As long as I keep testing it, you know, the water tastes fine, so I just stick with that. But I don't have to pay for the water, which is nice, because city water is not cheap. And it's also got, you know, usually got fluorines and stuff in it, which they're mandated by law to put in there. But you don't want to get a bunch of people sick with city water. Ask Flint about that. Krell, how you doing? Happy Sunday morning to you. Phew, that was a slog there through the swamp. Alright, let's pick this trailer up. We got another slog ahead of us, but I don't think it'll be as bad as that one. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, those things are nice, especially if you've got high mineral content in your water. Or if you're, you know, I know some people who run them through city water because it cleans out the carbon filter and stuff, picks out a lot of the fluorines and whatnot. I'm doing good today, man. I got a decent night's sleep, which made me happy. Managed to go out and get my donuts. So I can cannibalize my brethren. Yeah, if you... I used to be licensed for wastewater treatment and water treatment. There isn't... Of course, that was going to the creek. But when you get on the other side of it, depending on the city, and honestly, you have high iron levels in your white water? Yeah. Yeah, but depending on Yeah, yeah. If you've got reverse osmosis system, yeah, it does a really good job of getting all that stuff. Because iron will tear up, iron and calcium levels will tear up your hot water heater and everything else. So, yeah, definitely worth it for you. But yeah, it depends on the city. And actually, I'm more worried, to be honest, when it comes to city processed or municipal processed water. I'm more concerned about them not doing their job than doing their job. I mean, that was the thing with Flint. When you look at the disaster that Flint water was, a lot of that had to do with the fact that they weren't doing their job. So it made it even worse. Because the stuff you bring in, that most city water systems bring water in from a local water source, like a river or a lake, reservoir. And there's a lot of stuff in there that they need to clean out. Unfortunately, when they do that, now more and more cities are going to UV purification rather than chemical purification, which is good. But if they don't do it right, it doesn't matter what the purification system is. If they don't do it right, you get some nasty stuff in your water. Let's see. All right, so we got to do that. Got to go here and then here. Got to make this trip all over again. There and there and there. All right. And then what else do we need to do for this? Oh, the oil rig drill. Right. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me look at something here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and see, that's the city water system that is not doing their job. That should never happen. Wasn't there another sideboard trailer? Semi-sideboard trailer here? Well, it does. That's that one. No, there wasn't? Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll just use this one. Yeah, and the problem with municipal water systems is that they're not sexy. A baseball stadium or some sort of, cultural venue or whatever is sexy. So cities want to spend money on that stuff. They do not want to spend money on sewage systems and water systems, even though they're critical. It doesn't get you any bonus points as a politician. So, and also because they're owned by the city, I will tell you in my personal experience, the enforcement of environmental standards on municipal water systems is terrible. The federal government will look the other way all day long because you can't sue the city, especially if it's a small city and they don't have a budget. The federal government's not going to charge them. Like, I used to work at a power plant, and I was in charge of water, the environmental water side, the water side of the environmental license that we had. And if we had a violation, it was, $25,000 a day or something. The municipal water system that was near us, they had, because I knew somebody worked there, they had violations all the time. But, oops, I didn't have the four-wheel drive on. But they never got in trouble for it because what was the federal government, what was DEQ or EPA going to do to them? They didn't have any money. So they would go and help and try to get them clean it up, but they never got fined for that stuff because there wasn't any way to fine. There wasn't any money. Whereas companies have money to take, so the EPA will hit you and it hurts. And you don't want to get fined if you're a company. So, and that place was terrible. The safety was terrible there. How they were doing their jobs, and it wasn't the employees' fault. It was management's fault and the city's fault. But again, you can't. It's very hard to hold a government institution accountable for what they're doing unless they do something really disastrous. So yeah, the city water systems are not. It's not great. Which is scary because, you know, if you are drinking city water, you gotta deal with that. Yeah, Krell decided to wake up. He's not streaming today, I don't think, but he's awake. Defund the EPA. Well, Atomic, I understand why you say that. I would disagree. However, I would agree in that they need to be brought under control. Yeah. EPA has been given way too much power. They need to be actually, the oversight just needs it. But I will tell you that now the place I work now has had, I mean, they've basically poisoned the entire river where we are back in the past. You can't have that either. But again, you got to have oversight. Now it's going to be interesting. You know, there have been some fairly significant constitutional legal changes. The getting rid of Chevron deference is the biggest one. Oh, I know they are, and they're killing lots of stuff because they don't have the oversight they're supposed to. I completely agree with you on that one, Atomic. But the Supreme Court getting rid of Chevron deference, and again, this isn't political, this is just constitutional stuff. Well, I think will make a big difference on that because it's going to be easier for companies and people to sue the EPA successfully for overstepping their bounds. So, but we'll see. It's so weird to me that it's so much easier to drive, and I say that just as I get stuck, but so much easier to drive in this swampy area with a cat. Yeah, see, I said that, and now I'm getting stuck. There we go. Than it is on the drier looking land over there. But yeah, EPA. I had at one point my plant got audited by the EPA, and that was not a comfortable experience. Now we did well, so everything was fine, but I was sitting in on the audit, obviously, because I was in charge of the water side of our environmental stuff, and one of the agents had a sidearm. I mean, really? You're going to show up at a power plant, a tiny little power plant. There are only 35 people working there. You show up at a tiny little power plant, and one of you shows up with a weapon? I mean, well, what did they expect to have happen? But I think it was just intimidation. And the guy never cracked a smile. He wasn't. Now, the other agent, she was extremely nice. I think she was new. But she was extremely nice. She was extremely complimentary of the work we had done and what we were doing, because we were following, you know, we if we had anything that looked like it was going to be a non-conformance, we hopped on it and got it fixed before it was a problem. And we did everything. We followed all the rules, and it made a difference. But I mean, he never, the agent with the gun never cracked a smile. He never really said much of anything. It was clear the other agent was doing most of the audit work. He was just there as intimidation. And I was just like, that's just not necessary. Now, the place I work now, they've been raided a couple times by the FBI. But it was a contractor that we were dealing with, not the actual company, as I understand it. That was before I worked there, thankfully. But again, you know, the government government agents will do their darndest to intimidate you. And a lot of times it's them overstepping their bounds. So there definitely needs to be more oversight. But again, I wouldn't get rid of the EPA or DEQ, which is the state level, because you do have companies that will violate and cause a lot of harm. So it's a, you know, you gotta make the balance there. That's the hard part. But how did I get there? We went from drinking water to environmental environmental policy. Sorry, went off on a tangent there, guys. Apologize for that. Something I have a little experience with, I guess, that's all. Oh, I just finished reading the rest of what you said, Gaz. I don't need to know that. I think that's too much information for everybody here in chat. Yeah. Yeah. And I agree, Trail Ride. A lot of that just has to do with policy. You know. Poor policy in most cases. There are a lot of dumb things that governments do that really they don't have the expertise to do, so they get themselves in trouble. Come on, baby, get up the hill. There we go. This is always a tough transition here, because it's such a sharp angle that, of course, especially with this truck with a semi-trailer, it come on. Am I gonna have to get another truck to pull this out of here? All right, fine. We'll do that. Is that far enough? I don't know if that's far enough or not. There we go. See if I can reach this tree across the street here. No, I can't. Darn it. Oh, really? Jeez. Yeah, I don't understand the whole... There are so many causes for that kind of stuff that, you know, again, I think better policy would make some of that stuff fixed, would be able to fix some of that stuff, or getting rid of some policy. It's, a lot of times there's policies that are a problem rather than a solution. Let's see if that works better. Oof. Not exactly the cleanest way up the hill. There we go. I gotta refill this truck at some point. No, not that's the one. Boy, this one's almost empty too. Jeez. Oops. There we go. Alright, and then we stop. Because I need some fuel back here. Where? Oops. Change trucks. Nope, I can't get it. Now I'm too far away. Great. There's no point in having this truck here when I've got a full trailer here. Well, not a full trailer, but a trailer. Yeah, I mean, our rivers get low sometimes, but... well, some people like it. Some people like living out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that's going to drain this thing. Alright. I think it's about time to go buy some fuel, unfortunately. I mean, generally speaking, in reality, roads aren't quite this bad. Now, the premise with this game is obviously there's been a natural disaster, and we're trying to clean it up and make it more habitable again. You know, so there's that part of it as well. That's why you repair bridges and stuff. But it's just wood pallets, yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen that one, but yeah. I mean, the road's a disaster just to make it a challenge, I think. You know, in some of these roads, you know, it's a giant mud hole. It's a sippy hole. You go through it and it's, you know, 3 feet of water there. It's like, nobody would drive an actual tractor trailer through those kind of conditions, except like in Russia. Of course, you can go on YouTube and find videos of Russia and even parts of Europe where they've done it. They're driving their trucks through. The mud and water is actually going over top of the cab, for God's sake. It's crazy. Oh, I'll hit the thing. There we go. Yeah, the roads don't make a whole lot of sense, but you know, again, I think that adds to the challenge to some degree. I think that's the intent, at least. The Tuz, or whatever it is. Yeah, Krell was running that yesterday when we were... Alright, see you later, Gaz. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Krell was running that yesterday during part of the stream yesterday, so if you want to see that thing in action, go back and watch that. So I'm going to pull off to the side here because I got to go to the left. I'm going to shut this one off. I'm going to change to this truck because I need to get fuel. I almost took my mirror off. I think the transmission, the off-road transmission, was available for this, so I'll go ahead and put that on as well. How are we looking on money? Okay, we got 45 grand, all right. Because the fuel's going to cost me a bit, unfortunately. I think last time I looked, it was like $8 a gallon here or something like that. So it's not exactly a great price. I haven't checked to see what it is at Drummond Island. It's just that Drummond Island's so far away from everything that I'm doing that. And apparently Krell found out that there was a couple missions left on Black River that I still have to do, so I may do those today. We'll see. I definitely want to get this finished. Oh, here. Let's pull into here, see what we got. Alright, I got the biggest motor in this thing, so, there's the off-road gearbox. We'll sell that, seeing as we don't need it. Oh, I do have race suspension for this. Okay, good. We'll take that. We'll sell that. Awesome, $4 grand for that. Nice. Sell that. Can we do off-road on this now? I know I don't have four-wheel drive on it yet, but the off-road tires would still help. Those are the best looking tires. Oops. I think we already got the snorkel on here, yep. Yeah, I haven't found the all-wheel drive. See, that's in Russia. That's annoying. Okay. Already got all that stuff. Rear fenders. Why would I pay money for... Yeah, I'm not paying money for that. It does give me some extra lighting. Alright, we'll take that. The extra lights is worth it. Sell that. We don't need any of that. Alright, all I need is the all-wheel drive at some point with this, and it'll be good to go, but... Repair. What do I need to repair on this? Anything? Nothing really. Nope, not doing it. Alright, let's go fill this monster with gas. It looks better. Definitely looks better. How much fuel has this got in it? We might refill this too while we're at it. Oh no, that thing's jam-packed full, so that's fine. Alright. At least with these tires I can get more places, even if I don't have all-wheel drive. I mean, it's got a locking diff, so... That's an old school interior there. Look at that. That is old school. Wow. I like the attention to detail, for sure. Somebody joined from Twitch. Appreciate that. Hi to my growing Twitch community. 32 people now. Very happy about that. All right, yeah. See, it's $8 a gallon here. Ooh, that hurts my feelings. What happened? Okay, everything's full. All right. $8 a gallon. It's like California gasoline. Or Europe. I know in Europe, gasoline, at least last time I checked, was very expensive. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one, Trail Ride. Yep. They bust up. That's the Wrangler I have in this playthrough. The suspension on that's so busted up, and it's from, well, even the P16 is pretty busted up. I gotta bring that into the shop and fix it too, because it's suspension and tires have taken a lot of damage from hidden, either invisible rocks or hidden logs, one of the two. Actually, both. Come on, get up the hill. It's the... There we go. Well, when push comes to shove, even without the foil drive, I can use this to haul the occasional trailer as well, even though a fuel trailer is probably the most likely to use of it. The original one, which is free right at the beginning of the game, I sold for money. Because, again, you can, without four-wheel drive, it's just not nearly as useful. The P16 is the one exception to that. Well, probably not the only exception, but that's, at least in early game, is the one big exception. Yeah, and that they have definitely, back to your point, Trail Ride, they've definitely done better with that. It used to be... God, I mean, the amount of damage you used to take playing this game, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. I don't remember when they fixed that, but it used to be horrible. I mean, every little stone you'd hit would do damage. Oh no! Oh no! That'd be a good short for content. Yeah, it's. I know it's happened. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this new transmission in this other truck. I probably shouldn't have put it in this truck just yet. I really don't need it, but because that one, now I'm going to have to pay for this one. All right. Oops. Can I change from... Yeah, I can. Alright. Alright, let's go get this thing fixed, because it's... I got some suspension damage, and I'm missing a transmission upgrade, so... Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't notice it nearly as much as when I first played this. It was terrible, the amount of damage you take. Oh no. Did a backflip over the pipe. Nice. That was one of the, isn't that one of the Russian maps or something where you drive under the pipeline? That's one of the shortcut routes you can take, is to drive under the pipeline. It's sort of a low spot. I remember that from one of the Russian maps. I never finished that map. Yeah, I never finished that map, but I remember doing that. I think I did that co-op with Flavor McNubbs at one point. It was a lot of fun. Seeing as we got a little money in the pile here, we can upgrade this truck and get it repaired. Gearbox, that's what I wanted. There it is. 5,300. Ouch. Sell that for, yeah, that's not too bad. That's a fair trade. That's already raised up. We already got, I think we got the biggest tires on this already. Yeah, we do. Is that right? Why does this thing scroll so slowly? Oof, kills me. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, they got rid of... I mean, the engine sounds, at least now, I think are quite good. You're right. Early game, that was not the case. And they've gotten rid of the absurd damage for the most part. I mean, it's still there a little bit, but not nearly as bad as it used to be. Thankfully. I think that's everything I needed to add to this. Oh, ooh. Well, I'll take that. Whoop, wait a minute. Sell a stock one. Okay. Cabin protector. I don't think there's anything I need here. No. Alright. I did need to do some repair. Well... Could have sworn my suspension was damaged. Guess not. Okay. Yeah. See, now we got high and low. We got high and low gears, which make things much better for this trip. Here, we'll top off here, and then we'll top off again at the fuel truck. Because that trip out to where these beams go is going to take a lot of fuel. I'm trying to avoid having to drive a truck out there to rescue it. Yeah, it still sort of surprises me that a lot of truck drivers actually play this game and the other games. Yeah. Yeah, actually there's a new modded map that just came out. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's mostly geared towards highway. As I understand it, it's geared more towards highway hauling. I've seen a couple videos on it. People seem to be really happy with it. I don't have as much interest in the highway hauling. I like the off-road stuff, but if you're into the highway hauling and some of those bigger trucks, it's... Oh, wait a minute. The Caterpillars, that's the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. No, come on. There we go. I meant to do that. You're talking about the big, like, construction equipment thing, right? Not the 745C? Yeah, that thing is ridiculous. It just doesn't have a lot of attachments to it. It's the huge truck. I'll look in the store here in a little bit. Oops. Hey, stop. There we go. All right. All right, let's take these metal beams there, and then we'll come back and we'll go get the... Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got a trailer hitch on it. I don't know. I think when they first introduced it, it didn't even have the trailer hitch. But it makes it obviously a good fuel truck. It's the construction one. Yeah. Yep. That's what most people use it for, as a fuel truck. And it's a good logging truck as well, as I recall. At least for medium logs. I think it's got like a medium log carrier on it, as I recall. I don't think I've ever used it before, other than just to goof around with it for a couple minutes to see what it was about. But that thing is ridiculous. And they've got more trucks like, or they got more vehicles like that in here now. So the new map as Krell can attest to, because he's played that. The little tractor in that is pretty good at doing logging as well, especially when you do the 6 dual tires. Yeah, it's a good recovery truck, sure. Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hopefully this new transmission will help me get up this hill a little better. The part I like the best about this transmission, just like the SnowRunner transmission, is that right there. The high-low setting. You get decent speed, but you still get to use the diffs, the locking diff. It just runs through mud and uphills much better than in automatic or just in the low setting. The low gear. Blowing my phone up. Oh no. Yeah, they do seem to roll over as low as they are on the trailer. You'd think they wouldn't low that Alexa, stop. That construction rig is bad for tipping over. But the drilling rigs are just heavy. Once you get the trailer going over, it goes. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of recovering from it. But that's sort of probably the biggest source of excitement for this game is rolling over. Yeah, basically you just got to pay to recover it and be done with it. Unless, and I'm sure there's some places on the map where even doing, well, I guess as long as you're in the truck, you can recover it. Using the recovery menu, but I try not to do that. I did it yesterday, just for convenience, but it cost me $5 grand, so I try not to do that very often. That's the one setting in New Game Plus that'll really keep you on your toes as far as flipping your trucks over. You start charging, because you can charge up to triple times or something crazy like that. It's like if it's 15 grand to recover a truck, it's staying there until I can figure out how to get it with another truck. Yeah, fair enough, they do. Especially, yeah, with a big crane on it. Yeah, it's very, very top heavy. I've been known to drive with the supports out on that rig in certain spots. Let me clear this telephone pole here. Yeah, there we go. Whew, makes me dizzy if I sit in the cockpit too long. Frankly, this is handling this route better than the P16 did. so far at least. Fuel mileage is almost the same, so that's good. That means we should be able to... Oh, I forgot to fill up with the truck before I left, didn't I? Okay, well, should be okay still. Now that my fuel truck's got better tires and better suspension, if I need to drive out to this area, it shouldn't be too bad. See if we can avoid the mud hole here. Yeah. Yeah, I was playing a I had another playthrough that I was going to swap out, but the other playthrough I shut the store off in the New Game Plus, and feedback was that it was better to have the store available so I could buy other trucks because people want to see other trucks, so I decided not to swap it. But that one I got rid of nighttime altogether. It just does daytime all the time. And from now on, any New Game Plus playthroughs that I do, I will make sure that that's the case. Though I mean, my plan for this playthrough is to play all the maps in this playthrough. So I have a feeling I'm gonna be doing this for quite a while, especially seeing as I only play on the weekends. Use my momentum just to plow through that mud hole. Yeah, driving in the dark with this thing is not great. That's why I bought. That's why I paid $1,000 for that grill, because those and pay for the. I thought I had rooftop lights on this thing. Odd. Maybe it was the other truck I had that on. But. Yeah, most of the trucks I put as many lights on them as I can, because driving at night it's just a pain. Oh no! That would be good though for like Alaska. Just do an Alaska playthrough where it's nighttime the entire time. I could see that. That'd be different. That'd be interesting. Well, and I haven't checked. When's that Dyson Diesel game supposed to start? That you were telling me about, Krell. I haven't checked Steam in a while, so. Yeah, I saw that trailer. Right? No date. Still no date yet. Yeah. What? Oh. Okay, fine. Be that way. Oh, what? Come on. What kind of nonsense is this? Thank you. Alright. That stage is complete. Now I need to just get the drill rig. Forward ho. Yeah. Well, the semi-trailers are definitely easier. When you get these regular trailers, the pintle hitch trailers, they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, it would take a lot of time to complete. Yep. Well, like I said, the other playthrough I was doing, you couldn't buy trucks in the store, so the only trucks you could use were the ones that were on the map, and which would definitely make things more difficult. And even with this playthrough, I'm going to stick to that principle for the most part. Like, I'll only buy trucks if I've already unlocked them for the most part. Even though there may be the occasion where I do it just to kind of see what the truck's about, but I'd have to have a whole lot more money. I mean, this particular playthrough, money is not like, you know, bursting out of my ears. So, oh yeah, yeah, and I'm with you on that one, Krell. I'm not going to do that either here because it's just I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. That may not be the most interesting thing to a lot of people, but I know people like to see sort of the little hacks and stuff that you can do, and I get it, but I don't know. You know, my premise with this playthrough is it's a guy in his trucks and trying to make trying to grow a business, and that kind of stuff isn't really realistic. So yeah, I think that would be cool. You know, some people play this game and they play it as a game, so it's just, I'm going to get whatever I need to do to get it done and done as quickly as possible. Like if I was going to do like a speed run for a map, yeah, you do that kind of stuff. Yeah, you pick the best trucks, the fastest trucks, the most stable trucks, and you do things like carry extra stuff in a crane or whatever. Exactly. Yeah. I agree. It's much more relaxing. It's the biggest thing that makes it relaxing for me is that there's nobody else playing for the most part. I don't have to depend on, that's the problem with Legends, is that you got to depend on 8 other players that they do their job, which is rare. So it makes it stressful. This game is it's a lot of fun just to do. Do a little French toast donut, powdered sugar and maple syrup glaze. That's good. Yeah, their maple syrup glaze is really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's well, no, because I mean, if I'm doing a collab or whatever with other people, they're helping me out. So, and they are, they do help. The problem with Legends, as you well know, is that your teammates rarely help. Yeah, those are good too. I'm surprised at how many people stream those fishing games, but I can see it. People like playing them. They're a lot of fun. I used to play one at work with a buddy of mine. It was a mobile game. Yeah, facts. Spitting facts. Oh no. Those are Streamlabs. Where's Streamlabs coming from? I clearly don't have my setup completely squared away. I don't know why Streamlabs is kicking in. But he and a friend of mine and I, or a coworker and I, played a mobile fishing game, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, they had it was an international fishing game, so we'd have tournaments and all kinds of stuff. It was very cool. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the hell Streamlabs is doing. Fishing Planet? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what ours was called. I don't know. It's still out there. I saw a commercial for it or something recently, but I don't remember exactly what it was called. But it was a cool game. You had all this customized fishing equipment, and you'd upgrade your rod and reel and the fishing line, and lures and all kinds of stuff, and you had specific lures for specific fish. And I don't know, it was an involved game, but it was a lot of fun. You were always grinding for currency to upgrade your equipment. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, this game had Amazon, you know, rivers in Amazon that you could fish, in Japan and China and all these different places. And of course they had like fantasy fish as well. These during holiday season you could get, you know, reindeer fish or something crazy like that. So yeah, I don't know, it's cool. It's cool how creative people get with fishing. Because my brother loves to fish, like real fishing, not game fishing, and he keeps trying to get me. Well, he doesn't anymore, but he used to try to keep going, you know, telling me how much fun it was and everything. And I don't like sitting still that long, and I never found it fun, which is too bad. It'd be a good way for him and I to spend time together, but I can't do it. I don't know if the word's bored, but I guess the word's bored. I just get bored with it way too fast. And I'm not real big on catching the fish anyway. You know, if I need to catch fish to eat, to survive, I got no problem with it. But otherwise, it's just not. I just don't find it fun. I've been on fishing trips for work. Our company used to have a recreation committee where the power plant did. And we would do fishing trips and stuff like that, offshore fishing trips. And I never really got into it. But, you know, lots of people enjoy it. So, I got a friend, his brother is a professional fisherman. One of my co-workers at my job now is like a semi-pro. He makes actually some decent money at tournaments because he's apparently quite good at it. So, you know, more power to you. Just not for me. Now, shooting is on the other hand is a different story. I love to target shoot. Don't like hunting, but I love to target shoot. I've done a couple of what do they call them? Sporting clays? Yeah, where you walk around to different stations. That's a lot of fun. Really enjoy that. Ooh, I'm down to 4 gallons. Here I'm running my mouth. I'm not paying attention to my fuel. Yeah, hopefully we'll make it across the field with 4 gallons. Oh, I don't know. Come on, baby. The performance of these trucks definitely goes downhill when you get low on gas. Low on fuel. 2 gallons. Come on. You can do it. I suppose I could drop the trailer, but... Alright. I think that's it. It doesn't seem to want to run. Now the question is can we use this to get out there? If it gets stuck, I can pull it out with a P16. Here, let's fill a P16 up first. Oh, really? What kind of competition shooting? Like IPSC or something like that? I always wanted to do that. I never had the money or the time to do it, unfortunately. 4-H shooting sports? Okay, cool. Yeah, if when I was in high school, the 4-H had shooting sports, shooting competitions, I might have joined 4-H. I didn't have any interest in farming, but shooting, I would have been all over. See how this goes. Alright. Lock the diffs here. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, there we go. 22 archery and shotgun, nice. That'd be awesome. I love a 22 rifle. They are so much fun to shoot. You can shoot all day long. Doesn't cost you that much money. A lot of fun. Was it 22 rifle or 22 pistol or both? Always wanted a Ruger Mark 5, I guess it is. Is it Mark 5, Mark 10? What's the pistol that Ruger has? That 22 caliber pistol. That thing is awesome. Rifle? Okay. Yep. You had a little Marlin bolt action when I lived on the farm. Love shooting that thing. Picking off groundhogs with it and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Though a 22 at long range on a groundhog, you gotta get a good hit on it to kill it. But yeah, that was. But I love shooting cans and stuff with it. Iron sights, no optics. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, archery's a lot of fun. And it's as much an art as it is a science. Really learning how to aim an arrow. So was that compound bow or a long bow? Or, I guess not necessarily long bow, but just a standard bow, recurve. Let's see what there's. Recurve, there's a long bow. Of course, you got a compound bow. I don't know what a regular bow is. I guess just a bow. Compound? Okay. Yeah, I had a compound bow when I was a kid. That was a lot of fun. Wait a minute, the drilling rig is this way, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Flying down the road. Yeah, upgrading the transmission was definitely worth it on this thing. It handled that trail much better than I thought. I mean, frankly, it was better than the P16, unfortunately. Or fortunately. And Krell, you said there were some missions left on Black River to do, too? I'll have to go back and check that. I thought I'd gotten everything on Black River, but apparently not. Because there was King of the Hill and there was something else. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 40 yards is still a respectable distance. Be awfully close to actually hunt something with that range, but... My favorite shooting sport? You got the guys in the pumpkin. Gonna open that. Nice. Good luck. Oops, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Look at that monstrosity. Tell us what you get, Dart. I swear I'm going to get a cushion for this chair. It's just not as comfortable as it used to be. Yeah, it is satisfying with archery when you get the arrows that close together in a group. Yeah, I've gotten that like 4 or 5 times now, which, you know, I'm not complaining, but yeah, I've done at least that many trail ride. Yep. Yeah, the Scharnhorst, like I said, the first couple days it seemed to drop a lot for people, but since then, not so much. So, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they cut the drop rate back or what the hell happened. Or it was just a glitch, or it was just pure luck. But I know, like, even the Monday that because I streamed the first Monday of the update all day long, and there were 4 or 5 people, at least just in my little community, that got the thing on the first drop, so. Maybe I'll get lucky today, we'll see. What time is it? It's 11:30 already? Jeez. Guess I'll only get this mission done today. Yeah. Yeah, you got it off the crate? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I'm glad people are getting it. I don't see it out that much, though. I was kind of surprised. I thought I'd see more of them. But I guess it just depends on who has it. And I would think as the update went on, we'd see more and more of them. But again, haven't seen that many of them. Go back into low high here. Oh, fair enough. All the more reason not to. No point in getting picked on. Yeah, it'll take the better part of the rest of the stream to finish this, get the truck back. But at least to be done, we'll focus on the Husky missions next stream. Well, and I saw Aaron had a video out on it. I think it was him. It was like, don't get fooled by the hype. So I'm assuming from that his opinion wasn't the greatest on it, but I haven't watched it yet, so. I don't know for certain. My lights are on, yeah, they're on. Well, this isn't any faster, is it? I was hoping it would be faster, but it doesn't seem like it is. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, certainly not good enough to spend a bunch of money trying to get it. Of course, the same can be said for the Navarin. I'm really disappointed because they nerfed it apparently so hard. I mean, it seemed to be a decent ship when you could rent it, but then I just, the secondaries just aren't effective enough really to make that thing worthwhile. The main guns aren't great. Yeah, I know. That's what I get. Shouldn't have done it. I think that's the second whale run I've done, and both times it's been, I've found Moby Dick. So, I think my whaling days are over with. I mean, the only advantage, like when I whaled for, what was it, the Vallejo? Yeah, I guess it was the Vallejo. It was one, yeah, it was one of the SAP ships. That ship, I didn't like the ship, but in the process of whaling for it, I got the Louisiana and the Venezia, I think, and both of those are good ships. So that turned out all right. This one was a disaster all the way around. I'm hoping I'm still hoping that they see that people aren't playing it and decide to buff it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nobody's playing the thing. You very rarely see it. I've seen a couple recently, and that's because people have finished the campaign, but there's no reason to take it out. It's not a good ship. It'll take some damage, but like I put it in reverse because it's got 2 turrets in the back. For it to do anything useful, you got to have, I mean, the firing angles on that thing are terrible. So the 2 turrets are useless if you're trying to bow tank people. So, I don't know. It's just not a good ship at all. If the secondaries were effective, I could see it because the bow armor on it and stuff is good. Is really good. It'll take a lot of hits. But with the 1 turret up front, and the turret's kind of squishy, with the 1 turret up front, it's just not effective. It's an okay it's not even an okay brawler. It's a poor brawler. But that's about all it's good at is brawling. So, like I said, I don't know why they did that. Yeah, and that's probably the smart thing to do. If you're going to spend money, the Christmas boxes are the way to go. Obviously. That's enough donut for today. Half a donut, that's all I can handle. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth, it's worth spending the money if you have the money to spend. I mean, don't spend it if you don't have it, but if you're going to spend your money, that's the best time to spend it, because your chances of getting something good are quite good. The thing is that there are so many good tier tree ships that you certainly don't have to spend money, and there's enough opportunities, GXP and the bureaus and steel if you want to save that up. There's enough opportunities to get good ships that you really don't need to spend money on the game at all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened here? Come on. Ugh. Why won't you just attach that right there? There we go. Well, what's holding me up here? I didn't have this problem before. Maybe this is heavier load. I know it makes sense. Yeah, it's not great. That's for certain. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I mean, it's still a decent ship. It's just... Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Ooh. Like I said, there are a lot of good tech tree ships that you could definitely be competitive. The being competitive in that game has a whole lot more to do with the player than it does the ship, as we all know. Anybody that's played Legendary tier knows. It's more about the player than the ship. Oh, there's some ships like the Michelangelo, while it does have a bit of a skill ceiling to it, or skill floor, that thing is, you can do some damage with that thing. Yeah, you would think. I don't know, you know, the interesting thing is like, in reality, the German ships, it's hard to really judge how good they would have been, because most of them never really saw any significant combat. And most of their combat was against merchant ships, if you can even call that combat. You know, the hood thing was a combination of luck and bad policy on the part of the Royal Navy. You know, this idea that we get more firing, we'd be able to fire faster if we kept all the flash doors open to the magazine, to the powder magazine, was a bad idea. And the Royal Navy has acknowledged that quite some time ago. You know, so yeah, one shell from the Bismarck plunged in the right spot, set off an explosion that made it its way all the way, because the British took the safeties off of the powder room, and it blew the ship apart. But it's pretty well known at this point that the German gunnery radar was great on the first shot. After that, it was not so great because it got shook up really bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because it's, you know, we didn't really see them in action. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of ships that, even though there are real life versions of them, they haven't really seen any action, so we don't know really how good or how bad they are. You know, with the British and American ships, it's relatively easy. With the French ships, there's a little bit there. With the Italian ships, there's a little bit there. But I mean, most of the Italian Navy stayed in port because they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough fuel to take them out to sea on a regular basis. And again, we're not dealing with a full-on simulator here, but. And of course, there's the game balancing of, we need to make the ships, you know, different from each other. Otherwise, people will just play the same ships over and over again. So, you know, the Russian ships have clearly got this sort of thing where they're tough, which is, you know, which goes along with what you'd expect from Russian equipment. I mean, the Russian tanks and everything the Russians did were easy to make and relatively tough and reliable. Oops, I didn't realize it was in a low gear. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yep. And obviously the Japanese Navy, the same thing. I mean, we got plenty of data on the Japanese Navy as well, and the British Navy. But considering the company is sort of Ukrainian or Russian based, you'd think they'd have more data, but again, you don't have real-world performance at all. Now the Germans, like the German aircraft carriers, you've got pretty good data on the planes. But again, I'm not aware of the Germans having a whole lot of aircraft carriers. They apparently had plans for one or had one built, but it never really served, so. You know, it's interesting they come up with these hybrids, which are, for the most part, mythical. I mean, they're not mythical. The idea was there, and there were a couple of ships converted, more out of desperation. But there were also escort carriers, which we don't have in the game. And I'm not saying we should, because I know people don't like the carriers, but built, never completed. Yeah. Yep. You know, so they never saw service. You know, but would a Stuka dive bomber be a good naval attack aircraft? Sure. You know, they were very accurate. They were very useful. But naval aircraft tend to be built differently than land-based aircraft. Most of, as I understand it, most of the maritime side of the Luftwaffe were larger planes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the Germans got the most bang for their buck from submarines. But again, they were attacking, their Navy wasn't built to attack another opposing Navy. I mean, all their battle cruisers, they were, you know, built to attack merchant ships, and then when the enemy Navy showed up, they were high speed, so they took off running, so... All right. Yep. Okay. All right, what's next? Well, I think that's... Well, no, we got 20 minutes. All right, what's next here? All right, Dyson Diesel's done. All right, we got Husky. Steel River's done, so we only got one left on this map. Okay. And then we got all the smaller missions. Cargo from a ship. And a super order. Delivered to logistics base. Oh, that looks painful. That one's $32,000. My God. We're getting. If we can do that without spending a whole lot of money, we'll be in good shape. All right. Cement for the region. That one's $22,000. No, that one's cement. Where the hell do we get cement from? Oh. So we get cement from the quarry. Okay. Well, I can load, what, 5 onto this trailer? So we could go there, load up. Yeah, that's true. You never do. Well, and of course with the number of maps, I mean, you see all the maps. I mean, I've got so many maps I've got to go to. So I'm in Michigan now. I think the next one I'm going to is... Where's Wisconsin? Yeah, Wisconsin's, I think, the next one I'm going to. That one's only got 2 maps, though. But still. I don't know where I'm going to go from there. Probably Maine, I'm guessing. Yeah, Maine. I mean, I've got a lot to do in the States. Where's the Glades? Is that like in Russia somewhere? Yeah, Central Asia, okay. Then there's Ontario. Jeez. British Columbia. Be a while for North Carolina. I still got North Carolina to do, too. See, I've have all these DLCs. I've never played any of these maps. None of them. I've played a little bit on Austria, and that's about it. I think the only ones I've played on, I've done Michigan. I've done Wisconsin. I think I've done almost all of Wisconsin. Yeah, exactly. And then I've played a little bit on Tennessee when that season came out. I played some on this. And I don't think I've done anything in Maine. Yeah, I'm sure of that. I haven't done anything in North Carolina. I haven't done anything. I may have done some in Alaska. And I did a little bit in Russia. What is it, Tamir? Is it Tamir where you can get the Taiga? I think I've done some in Tamir. I don't think I've done any in Alaska. I might have. But yeah, I got lots to do. I got lots of content to burn through before Roadcraft gets here, so. All right. What is this? Curtain side trailer to the island. No, that's right here. Huh. Deliver to Sherman Island. How in the hell do you do that? This doesn't strike me as something I want to do at night either. How am I supposed to get this to the island? I don't think I've ever... If I've done this mission, I don't remember it at all. Again, I'm pretty certain I've completed all of Michigan at one point. Actually, you know what? Let's see. What was left at Black River? I want to get Black River done. Oh, there's the missing oil tanker. Okay. I don't know which oil tanker it is anymore, I don't think. Do I have a truck here? I don't have a truck here. Alright, what's the closest truck? Probably... Release the inner tugboat. That's good. I like it. Yeah, so... Yeah. So I guess we'll take the Fleet Star. Alright. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm here. I might as well do this, right? Except that I don't want to get stuck trying to get fuel to it. Where's that fuel truck? It's all the way back at the farm, isn't it? Crap. Lord. Yeah, we're gonna skip that one for now. We'll do that later. Hear the wolves. Did I have... I did have a scout truck though, didn't I? At Black River, right? I did have a scout truck. And I think I've got a scout mission I've got to do, right? No? Huh. I thought I had a scout mission to do here. Well, it's still showing King of the Hill, but I think King of the Hill is done. I thought King... Alright, you know what? Let's go check that. Where's the truck? Where's the Chevy? There it is. Let's see if King of the Hill is done. It looks like it hasn't been done somehow, so... These things have only got like 15 minutes left. My favorite scout truck so far, I mean, are we including DLCs or not? Because obviously I like the Wrangler a lot. But that's just because I have one. There we go. Fill that up. But like I haven't driven a bunch of like there's a scout car that comes with a Tennessee DLC. That thing's a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing with that because it's more like a rally car to me, and I love rally racing. So, non DLC or DLC, you know, I'd have to look. I don't know all of them right off the top of my head. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do this. Enough of that map. We only got like 10 minutes left anyway. Let's load a game here. I haven't even looked at mods recently. I need to do that. That's a good looking at mods and doing mod reviews is a good content for this. I need to start doing that. Ooh, that frame rate was making me woozy. What the hell? Let's see. Let's go back to... Yeah, there are a lot of crazy mods. Like, I actually liked... And I haven't played with this much, but this thing is awesome. This burlap... This thing goes freaking anywhere, and the fact that it's got a bed on it, this has been, I've played with this some. This is probably quickly becoming my favorite. However, the crane on this is effing useless. It can't pick up shit. So I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, on the mods, yeah. But this thing is just ridiculous. The places it'll go. It doesn't even understand what mud is. It just drives through everything. And as far as DLCs, this used to be one of my favorites. This six-wheeled thing. I remember when I bought this DLC and it was like, this is pretty cool. Like, I like the interior. The interior is awesome. I love the Speedo. But it sounds good. It looks good. Yeah, this burlap is definitely a monster truck. But, you know, this carries a fair bit of fuel on it and stuff like that. It's a little thirsty. So the fuel isn't really enough. See, there's the 22 on the top and then 22 in the bottom or something like that. So, you know. But it's a cool truck. Let me go in the garage here and see. Truck store. See, like, some of these I haven't even played yet. Let's see, scouts. These earth roamers are good. They are really good. So this is one of them. There was another truck that I liked. Oh, I love the loaf. The loaf is just hilarious. Absolutely love the loaf. I'm trying to think of what else. But, like, I haven't played with either one of these yet. I do like the old Defenders. Yeah, it is tough. It is tough. That burlap, I haven't had a situation that it flipped yet. But, like, this thing was it's just hilarious. Look at that thing. and if you followed any of my... Hey, Queen, how you doing? If you followed any of my World of Warships Legends stuff, I love meme stuff. I love meme ships. I love meme trucks. This thing is just stupid fun. It's like a VW bug on steroids. It's rear engine. I am doing well. I'm having a good day. Having fun. Having fun with the crew. Trapeze rear bumper. I mean, you can load this thing out with all kinds of fun stuff. Leave that like it is. Oops, no, can't use that one because it gets rid of the roof rack. Yeah, I have to go back and do that. There we go. I think it's just those two, yeah. Look at that. That's hilarious. Oops, what happened to my roof rack? There it is. I mean, look how fun that is. That's just awesome. It's a Russian VW bug. Listen to it. It just makes me laugh while I drive it around. Well, look at it compares to the P16. It's hilarious. I mean, this is an environmentalist nightmare right here. Get it stuck. Just spinning around the mud. It does a pretty good job, though. It doesn't even have back seats. It's all engine back there. Oops. I mean, I love this thing. This is probably my favorite Scout just because it makes me laugh the entire time I'm driving it. Can you hear the backfires? I don't know if you guys can hear the backfires. It's like popping and stuff. Yeah. Ah! And back on the tires. I mean, it's, you know, again, I love meme stuff just because they're so much fun. yeah, I had no problem. I just all day long, I just flip it over, whatever. Trying to think of truck wise. And there's so many good trucks in this thing. This is probably my favorite truck in the game so far. Just because of its immense size. I mean, that thing is just ridiculous. It's funny. It's just hilarious. It sounds good. It looks good. The giant tires on it. Giant fuel tanks. I mean, look at the size of those fuel tanks. It says it's only 135 gallons. That looks like more than 135 gallons to me. Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you definitely need a ladder. I mean, you can see the ladder on the side of it. It's a monstrous truck. I mean, they've done a great job with this game. There's so much cool stuff in here. I don't think you can you add. Oh yeah, you can put mud tires on it. Okay. They all look about the same. I like these. These are good. And this thing also can carry a ton of stuff. The short bed looks a little silly, but you know. But you can do some serious logging with this monster too. Look at that, that looks good, doesn't it? Oh, I think so too. As long as they keep supporting it, and the last I heard from the devs, they are going to continue to support it. The last thing I saw from the devs, which was like 2 weeks ago maybe, they said this SnowRunner and Roadcraft are going to have two different development teams, so they'll keep supporting SnowRunner as long as people keep playing it. But, you know, you think the P16 is a big truck, and you see this monstrosity, it's like, oh, yeah, okay. It's not as big as I thought. It's just hilarious. Anyway. Well, maybe one weekend I'll just play with stupid stuff. We'll play some of the other maps or something. But I want to keep going through the playthrough. I want to see how far I get before Roadcraft comes out. But yeah, this is probably my favorite truck in the game right now. And again, it's not because necessarily it's performance or anything. It's just I love the way it looks. I mean, so many of these trucks perform well. You know, I've got the Mastodon and stuff. I actually really liked... Where's the civilian version? I really liked this truck. Oops, I meant to deploy it. There it is. I really like this truck. It eats fuel like crazy, but it does a really good job. What was another one? And obviously all these 8-wheel things do really well. The Bandit's probably my favorite of these trucks, these 8-wheeled trucks. I don't know why. It seems to perform really well. It's a lot of fun. I like some of these older trucks, the way they look. Alexa, stop. But anyway, that's about it for today, folks. Appreciate everybody hanging out, and we will see you next weekend for SnowRunner. And then, actually, you know what? This plaid is awesome. I haven't seen this before. Oh, now I have two of them. Oh well, whatever. This thing fully kitted out is a monster. Absolute monster of a truck. Come on. It scrolls so slowly. I like these tires. But this thing is a monster. It's got lots and lots of add-ons. This add-on is probably one of the most useful ones in the game as far as I can tell. It's just so versatile. But anyway. Alright, that's enough for today. We'll talk to you all later. Appreciate everybody showing up and hanging out and chatting. And we'll see you either tomorrow, if you want to hang out for tomorrow. I don't know if we're playing Baldur's Gate or not tomorrow. I got to check with the group. Otherwise, I'll be playing something else. And then, obviously, Ships Tuesday and Thursday. And then, like I said, next week on the 11th will be my Veterans Day sort of tribute thing. I'll stream all day. And we'll go from there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.